Wake up, YouTube! My name is Juice, and welcome to another episode of the Juicy Ladder, where I'll be releasing interesting battle videos I encounter as I struggle my way up the Showdown ladder. Now, today, I have an OU match for you guys. Remember that if you enjoy this video, to like, comment, and subscribe. So, I must regrettably inform you that this is going to be the last episode of the Juicy Ladder, at least for the time being, mainly because with this coming weekend, we're going to release a couple of new projects, so that's something to get really excited for. But that means I'm going to have to put a cap on this particular series, mainly because we want to open up the week for a larger variety of updates. So, let's hop into this particular battle. I chose this particular team for this occasion, mainly because this is my favorite team. This is my Heracross team, and if you'll notice that it's very similar to the first team I used in this series. So that's really cool. And this particular battle was pretty awesome too, because each member of my team got 1 kill, and it's so absolutely pleasant when something like that happens. So that's really nice. So let's hop into this actual battle here. My opponent's running a pretty solid team. He has the Azumarill and the Kyurem for the nice coverage, and the Latios as well, that top tier threat. Talonflame, Ferrothorn, very standard members. And he has a Mega Metagross, which is new, of course, to the OU ladder. And with the recent ban of Mega Ments, I believe, to Ubers, Mega Metagross can definitely parole these OU tiers much more freely. So that's pretty awesome. And that's a little bit intimidating as well, but let's click the start button. So my opponent leads with Latios as I lead with Heracross, assuming that he would lead with Ferrothorn, but he decides to lead with Latios. I'm like, that's not a big deal, let me go to Wilson right here, and he goes with Earthquake, so I'm like, god damn it. That was a good predict on his part. He goes into Ferrothorn here as I go into Drill, and I go ahead and go for the nice EQ here, and he goes for the Stealth Rock. So I go for the Rapid Spin, which really wasn't a good move on my part, because he can obviously set up rocks right back up again. But I figured that, you know what, I might actually use that to my advantage later, because he might expect me to Rapid Spin whenever he gets his rocks up. But for the time being, he goes ahead and protects, like the dick he is. I'm sorry, I love you. But I used this opportunity to go into Super Fab, predicting his Stealth Rocks, which obviously failed. So that was a good switch in on my part, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fire off some pin missiles, but he goes ahead and protects. I'm like, well, shit. I decided to switch up my moves in case he predicts me, and I went for close combat. But that was resisted by Azumarill anyways. But I was thinking, you know what, Azumarill is really not a counter for Mega Heracross. It does 25% choice banded normally to my Heracross. So I'm like, I'm just gonna fire some bullet seeds. I'm not gonna die to this Aqua Jet, and if he does anything else, he's gonna die. So he goes into Metagross, which scares me away with the Zen Headbutt, of course. But he goes for Meteor Match instead, which was an interesting play on his part. He does get the attack boost, but that doesn't really matter as I go ahead and fire off my Will-O-Wisp, and he predicts that nicely and goes to the Kyurem, which I believe is mixed. But I go ahead and take this opportunity and hard switch out because I do know the Earth Power is coming. That is powerful. But I go to my Wilson. Wilson just tanks this like a beast because of that Assault Vest, and he goes ahead and Ice Beams. Quite frankly, he would have done better with Fusion Bolt, but he goes ahead and uses Ice Beam instead anyways and dies to the burn. So that is a dead Kyurem, which is always good in my book. That's 1 kill for Wilson, and 1 kill for Heracross on the Azumarill. I go into Drill here on the Latios, and I go ahead and get my Rapid Spin off as he predicts that and goes into Ferrothorn. I'm just like, come on, man, do you really have to do this? But I decide, I'm just going to get rid of this threat. I'm going to go ahead and just fire off my EQs as he protects, which, I probably could have Stealth Rocked there. That would have been better. But I decided to Stealth Rock here, get my own rocks up, because I know his Talonflame will not be enjoying these rocks either. And his only possible defog would have been Latios. So I'm like, okay, that's always good. He goes right into Talonflame here, so I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that, I guess. I don't really need Drill anyways. I'm okay with rocks up, so long as I get my Tailwind Heracross up some other point. And he goes for a Brave Bird here. I'm like, I'm absolutely fine with that. Let me just Volt Switch right out here, take care of that Talonflame. He could have gone to Latios, but that really wouldn't have done him any good, as I could just Volt Switch out into something to counter it. So I go to my Captain Falcon, get off my nice Brave Bird. That is a dead Latios. He goes in Metagross, and I fire off my Tailwind and boost my team to get ready for this Metagross. So there's my Heracross, and I fire off my nice pin missiles here, that stab pin missile. Metagross is pretty powered to be able to survive, a chain link pin missile from Super Fab here, but he does survive that nicely, so I go into Dag and I finish him off with a Fire Punch. So that is game. Good game, Gumi. I'm not sure that the Tailwind necessarily mattered. I'm sure that if I gone for, had I gone for a Flare Blitz, and then gone into Rotom, maybe fired off like a Volt Switch or something, and then, or a Hydro Pump, and then gone into Dragonite, I might have been able to finish him off with extreme speed. I'm not sure, so I'm not sure that it necessarily mattered that I went for Tailwind, but Tailwind basically solidified my victory, and so That was awesome. Good game, Gumi. And remember that if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Again, I am very sorry that this is going to be the end of these series, but on a brighter note, we will have new projects, so get hype, get hype. And as usual, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.